for example, there are some parts of this map you can really stall out on. Not so much here. This is obviously the petrol station, the first one. Teams can usually circumvent this part on the attacking side easy enough.
Wow,
but
that
it's
pan.
The next part.
I know. I'm next level
It's
observing.
like we got one of those helicopters just fly by with the guy at the camera in it. It's just super smooth.
Nice.
I've never seen more of an American name than Big Earls. Yeah, no, I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're back in.
No refunds? Is that also an American thing, or?
No, there's of course refunds.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. That's what it says on the sign.
If you're white, there's refunds.
Go away. Is that also an American thing?
Depends.
Oh man, now I'm just hungry. Now I'm just thinking about all the American food I'm missing. But at least you get big ass schnitzels here, like bigger than.
Yes, you do.
Like as big as a screen. This great Acer screen we're using. It's as big as that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it weren't for this Acer screen, we wouldn't be able to really see how high fidelity all of this wonderful gas station food is.
That's so good. Anyway, boys, it's Melty starting, obviously, with the one map advantage. They won that last one here. They will be on the defending side to kick things off. And so far, I mean, D-Gun is going to be using that the Zaya yet again.
Screw D-Gun. Look at Mendo. He's going to be using Hanzo. He's finally going to do what he was talking, and now we're going to see him miss every single shot and then rub it in his face.
That sounds good to me.
He said he was adamant that if he was going to play Hanzo, he was going to be ready for it.
Let's count him. Let's count him.
Count his
I'm going to count him. Yeah, I'm going to count him.
All right.
100%.
All right, just waiting for the first shot.
So obviously, you can get a stupid amount of information early on.
Oh, they got him.
With the Hanzo as well. So, I mean, this is just pot shots, right? He's hoping to hit someone who's maybe further back.
I don't give Mendo the way outs. He has to hit him. 2. Misses 2 right there. Okay. Miss 3. Oh, he's hitting.
Okay.
Oh, he's still hit.
Oh. Goodbye.
Oh, dear.
Peace.
The pressure was too high.
He looked at us there as well. Just like
I wish you could hear us because we would be talking so much shit to him right now. Wow. Anyways.
We can do that later. Oh, look, it's the sausage.
What?
It's the best brain.
To Vic D. To Vic D. Anyways, let's go to the game, though, because Melty, they're actually trying to push them back. They're not letting the payload actually get anywhere, and typically we see teams hold back at the gas station.
Pressure forward now as well, and like you said, most teams don't try and come around that hairpin turn so much as they sit on top of the gas station or around the tunnels or just through it. You see that Melty just took a chance there just to forge ahead for a brief moment, and now Mendo, who's already become famous for...
He actually wears a gaming glove when he plays. I don't know if people can see that.
Yeah, well, if only he gave him grip on the side of the cliff, it would actually keep him alive. Yeah, he just died again. Oh, rip.
Yeah, coming up. So, what do you think allows them to be so aggressive on the defense? Then is it just the only tank they have being so mobile?
I think it's just Melty. They feel confident to just take the fight to him.
Also, every now and then you will have a Lucio amp it up on your speed boost as well. So you can just jump out and make engagements and then go back to a safe area as well. So that's when you want to start fighting. Icefelt shuts Flippy down there as well. He was hoping to get that Deadeye off, but not going to happen. An Experiment, despite a little bit of early issues, are pressing forward as well. And you can see that Icefelt is getting some shots on towards Board, who has that res available and would like to stay alive for now.
The problem is Flippy and... Well, Flippy's back at spawn. Nico's the only real damage dealer for their team to really do much, and he's already been stunned, flashbanged up, and he even dies within the Lucio sound barrier too.
Yeah, Lucio coming up with a little bit of the denial there, but just not the damage. Just doesn't seem to be there to actually take them all out.
Vainless getting aggressive there as well. Gets a bit of a finish on Nico and the res to boot. This guy is a man about town. Moving and shaking his team towards his next objective now as well. And you can see there's only a few left here. D-Gun has to just kind of play a fighting retreat here. Yeah, he's going to have to fall and go down Board. Well, yeah, he's going to get wrecked as well. So this first checkpoint is not really the issue. We often see this taken easily enough. This next one is quite wide. You've got buildings on either sides and all around that give you multiple levels to fight through. And this is one that can be hard for attacking teams unless they get a really, really good fight straight off the bat.
Just posturing up at this point, not willing to push the defense too far forward. I guess their goal here is to hold out over here by the saloon, not get too far forward.
Yeah, I think they're waiting to use the high ground again to their advantage. You've got Moon, poised up in this position. Typically, we'll see teams like behind that or even on a different, area. They actually have Team Experiment trying to run around the backside, trying to actually catch them off. Maybe try to pick up a couple of kills when they don't expect it. Again, using that Lucio speed up to catch them off guard.
Mendo gets wrecked there by that fire strike.
You're joining in on it now.
You can't block that, right? You can't block a fire strike. Shields don't do anything to it. So he didn't have safety from that one and maybe should have been aware of it given how low and healthy he was. But D-Gun's going in now as well. You can see he's just generally wants to sit back and try and harass from mid-range and then go in when he thinks he sees a kill. But Mendo will get a kill there with that Dragon Strike. And again, looks like Experiment chaining a couple kills together.
Nice.
Smashes D-Gun.
And even if Flippy's now going to have a tough chance to actually go for the peaks. Veinless just barely escaping being shot down out of the sky. And this ideally should now be this point guaranteed for Team Experiment. Did he really just...
Yep, because 20 seconds later they come back down. So you actually can do that. Go to your opponent's spawn before the game starts, shoot an arrow up in the air,
about this.
and do it all the way back to your base, and eventually they all come down 20 seconds later. Just an idea.
It's remarkable. Well, they're poised up on top of the payload, trying to get through, as you guys said, that very close to pushing through this point. At what point would it be too much for them to stay out here and try to commit in the open?
Well, since I think because we're on stopwatch, there's no reason to not commit to that part. If you win the fight, well, you get to do this. You get to delay longer. If you don't win the fight, you still stall the payload an extra 10, 15 seconds, and you'll be respawned back in time to really contest any sort of area that they're going to be coming around. So, I mean, yeah, in the end, just trying to buy some time. We're already, about 6 minutes in, I believe, so a good amount of time already taken off the bat. But they have to deal with Flippy. Widowmaker should ideally be able to beat a Hanzo, just for the fact that she has a hit scan instead of a projectile. So far, Mendo's been doing a really good job of sticking behind Ruster.
The difference is, though, that Hanzo can sort of peek out and fire a shot and go back. He doesn't need to... he can also get information, of course, with his Sonic Arrow. So there are some cases where he can 1v1 a Widow fairly comfortably, but this is D-Gun now as well. Ooh. He's actually playing the Genji, doing some good work. Gets two. Nico as well chipping in with the McCree here. He's going to be forcing a res, I'm sure, at some point, and that's a nice reflect there on Toxic. It didn't kill him, though, I don't think, but still, Icefelt getting two. And the fight continues.
I mean, the cleanup there, but then followed up by the res, of course, working really well. They finally do manage to get back on top of the payload, so should be able to cap the point. As Flippy's going to come out with the stun, but not going to be able to stop this, I don't think.
No, he went too low as well, just jumping onto the point in general. I think it was actually the Dragon Strike shaved off most of his health. And Experiment do get to the final stretch here as well. Final stretch, Jason. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining to get towards the end. And Mendo's ready to let rip here as well. As soon as someone walks down, he can use that scatter arrow on... it's really annoying actually coming out of spawn when you have that happen, but he can cut someone down before they can even get to the fight.
Helps a lot with all the close quarters here as well, as they're mostly stuck up in that room right outside the east entrance, but...
You see Moon, he's already dropped in. Evo already went down this fight too, so they're coming to the revive just for him alone, and looks like it's worked out.
Down. Yeah, they're gonna get quite some distance here before they can be slowed at all.
Yeah, the thing is, when you get towards the end, you're so close towards the enemy spawn that you have to beat 1 or 2 waves of new respawns to finish the game here. But the bonus is that they're going to be staggered because they've got to rush onto the point. Flippy got nothing done there, and here's Moon trying to swing and keep his team alive. But that's the Earth Shatter and the charge.
I mean, both of those getting knocked out still. 3 dead again. This should be easy cap for them, right?
Well, we'll see. I mean, they used both Deadeyes that actually forced them back to try to zone, and they will complete the map. I think about 8 or 9 minutes through that one. So they did it. It took them a little bit extra longer, but finishing the map in general is always obviously going to be better than never finishing it at all, even if you had really quick times in the beginning.
That's my man Board there. Played a game. Probably just obviously a res there. Usually, I don't think we see Mercy play the games that aren't reses. There you go. It's a hard game, isn't it, boys? It's a hard game. But, I mean, look, that's a really good time set by Experiment, to be honest. Still with... I mean, a good 3.5 minutes remaining. Yeah, so 6 minutes 32. That's good on this map, really. I mean, sub 8 minutes is generally fairly respectable on something like Route 66 as it is for some of the longer payload maps. Let's have a look, though, at some of the clips and some of the moments from this last round. Mendo, starting it off in style.
Just an absolutely flawlessly executed first push.
If he was an Olympic diver, 10 out of 10.
I'll take it.
Maybe he should have had the soldier skin on trying to jump the Grand Canyon. That would have been great.
The Daredevil one?
Yeah.
Evil Knievel.
Exactly. But yeah, so Flippy, we got to see some Widow out of him. We got to see some Genji out of D-Gun. And that was actually really, worrying me for Melty, because you brought in Flippy, who plays the same heroes that Nico plays, except he plays Widow as well. So I was wondering, would they have overlap between the two of like who gets to play the Genji, who gets to play Tracer, but with D-Gun being the flex, he can just kind of slip in because they wanted to maintain their double McCree.
Well, D-Gun had to become the flex though, because Crew was essentially doing that a lot of the time. Playing Lucio, playing Zarya. With his departure and picking up Flippy, D-Gun had to make the decision to actually go to flex player himself. But you can see he still has the opportunity to play things like Genji, but you'll often see him on Zarya to start things off, or Winston for that matter, or Junkrat. So he's showing himself as a very versatile player. In some senses, he's still going to be one of the best DPS players in Europe. We've seen some amazing clips from him as well on his YouTube channel. So, yeah, he's pretty solid, and he can just show his versatility in games like this.
I'm in my artistic mode right now.
I'm just
It's good. It's real
just
good.
watching in awe. Only could go
Is this
there.
the
and
train?
check out.
Remember when you used to be able to get up there with Widowmaker?
You
What?
did?
You used to be able to, you could rappel up there, I'm pretty sure.
When?
What? That
Yeah, rappel up onto the edge.
that hardly seems fair. That seems awesome.
Is this the train that McCree was riding on where he saved?
Yes, I think it might be. I don't know what country he was in for that comic. I don't recall it all ending up here, but I mean, it makes sense, right?
I mean,
So,
if it's a nice train, then it's probably not in the U.S., right?
but no, in the comic,
It's so true, though. That's so true.
in
we
the
don't
comic-
really do public transport.
No, we
at
don't.
all.
Everyone drives cars everywhere.
Yeah.
in the comic though, the train makes it to its destination because McCree escapes early and tells him.
So this
to
map is just completely wrong because
No, I'm
because
sure-
the map doesn't follow the
I'm
lore.
sure there's something in there. We just don't know yet. That's what Blizzard are great at doing, is keeping us
Right.
guessing. But here comes Melty on the attacking side. We are going to have double Winston, double Genji here.
Yeah, I kind of want to go first person on someone, but at the same time, I want to see the direction each are going. Deegan's trying to come around from the side.
It's a much less aggressive defensive setup than
Yeah.
we saw on the last side.
Oh my god, they just all collapsed on top of the building right away. Nico and Deegan pairing up together to pick up quite a few kills. Nico's still alive, going ahead, picks the kill in the Veinless. And Melty, they were ready for this.
Nico getting super aggressive there as well. You can see he's not really fussed about the two Winstons because two Genjis are going to have enough of the damage output to deal with them there as well. And that was an impressive attack. Double Genji. And we haven't seen that since the days of Zenyatta's Orb of Harmony sticking on people even when they're out of sight.
Please no, please.
They
Let's
That
not
was
let
so
that happen again. Flippy, though. He's pushed up past the door. I mean, I didn't really think they were going to contest on the door, but at the same rate, he puts him on respawn.
So pretty smooth push forward here from them then. With the Genji start was actually just phenomenal. So they're making a lot faster progress. This is of course a very big deal considering that even though the last point was capped, they could they had a lot of time to work with to actually get it done before they would hit the timer.
So one Dragon Blade's available. D-Guns isn't far away, and if they get two of those as well, I mean, that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. It doesn't matter how tanky your team is. Nico's going to go in, though, as well. He should be pretty familiar with that one there, but he just bides his time. He actually pulled it too earlier. He actually saw one of the Winstons go down. He's like, well, boys, I may have just messed up here.
At the same rate, I think he also realized, or I think what Experiment did is when they heard the Dragon Blade, they grouped up, because like Genji going into an entire team is just not going to have a chance. He's just going to immediately explode it, especially when you have any McCrees there to stun him.
That definitely shows a bit of maturity and understanding when you cannot take fights.
Yeah.
Maybe a lack of communication is what got him there in the first place, though. I have to wonder about that. Anyway, Toxin gets the chase down on Nico. This has to be a full regroup from Melty here, and we might... I wonder if we do see double Genji. I mean, Dion already used his ult. No, he hasn't now. Sorry, it was Nico that squandered that one away. And wow, Dion dies almost as soon as he spawned back in. Melty need to just properly regroup here because they've only got 4
Payload,
minutes.
please! I just want to go in the air. Sorry, Toxkin, isn't he the one who is actually ill? One of the 2 people here, or 3 people here that are ill?
Yes.
Didn't he like break his tooth
Yes.
and then got a headache?
On a pizza. Who does that?
I
by
don't
the way?
know.
Unless they put coins in your pizza or something.
I mean, Germany puts hard-boiled eggs on pizzas, so
That's
who knows?
amazing.
That's
gross.
European pizza in general, man.
We drop like an egg in the middle of a pizza in Australia, like it fries while you cook it.
Just give me pepperoni and pineapples and I'm happy.
Yeah. In America, it's just more cheese, less problems.
Well, less problems then.
Yeah.
But later, in the bathroom, there's the problems we get.
God.
It is known. So two defenders.
I don't know where to go from there.
Yeah, I don't know. 2 defenders down as they continue to push in. D-Gun being annoying. Always like see this, just distract them. I mean, it's not like they can really do much to stop the payload now, but important to keep in mind. Though 3 minutes, we just passed that mark, so they've got a lot of time to work with to make it down the final stretch.
That's the most important part. 3 minutes up the sleeve here for Melty, and they have the margin of error to make some mistakes here, to try something a little bit different. You notice that Nico's actually switched away from the Genji here. D-Gun, however, is going to stick to it. So double McCree and Genji from Melty. That's an incredibly aggressive composition. Just the one tank in Moon, and Flippy gets up behind as well. Mates to take out the Mercy straight away. He's got to back away from the Zaya as well. He's being threatened by Lucio there. Maybe a quick get on. He gets one for his trouble, and there comes the Earth Shatter. It's all about Melty. The strats are working quite nicely. They're laying those ultimates down, and they're going to make some serious progress here.
That just a beautiful backstab because at the very least you're getting kills, but you're ideally you're forcing everyone to turn around and look at you, and the rest of your team's like, all right, well, let's
never let that happen.
It's free payload push, man, easy.
Oh god, and here's the Dragon Blade. D-Gun pulls it out without a second of hesitation. Jason, he's going in.
He's looking for some kills too. He's able to get behind them, but not really securing much just yet. They're even going to come in a little bit too late for Diga to be revived, but the payload is just so damn close to finishing. Have Experiment held on.
I feel like Melty maybe kind of blew it all a little bit early. I mean, they had such a
That's a very
my
easy way of saying it.
careful choice of words here, guys.
Yeah.
But
They got 2 minutes, two more minutes to work with.
so that's
right?
why I said they have a margin to try things. But I mean, 2 minutes is more than Jason, so that's saying something. But they had a lot to work with right on that push.
Tell it to your
The
mom.
Earth Shatter came down.
Oh, no, your mom's sweet, adorable. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
It's all right.
I didn't mean to bring her into this. I'm sorry, Mrs. Leslie. In the meantime, though, Icefeld trying to play towards the backside behind the shield doing damage, but look at Venus and Mendo. They don't want that flank to come back in. Toxican's even watching for it this time.
Yeah, the powered up Bastion is always a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, God.
In this scenario, particularly because of how close that payload is, you cannot afford to give up an inch of ground.
Oh,
a
God.
meter.
Mendo gets sound barrier there as well. I mean, he gets everything he needs just to hold on there in that spot. That's disgusting. I have to see what the response is going to be here, because this is the hallmark of a really good team. Someone who can deal with it. There we go. It was actually a Deadeye that managed to get rid of it. It's all about McCree right now.
Fadeless! He gets his revive up in the last second. In the last second, out at 98%, and he's going to revive his entire team back alive. And I think that's going to be enough to hold, but there's the counter revive. Mendo picks up 3.
Mendo is in that tank form as well. He's going to get him another one. That's huge play from him as well. And then he gets the setup in siege mode. Yes, he gets another one. Mendo's starting to go off now. It was a tough start for him. He won't get the 6th. He'll eventually be cut down. But my God, that was impressive play. Now it's going to be another Deadeye. Rusted. Shield. Oh, no.
Nope, nothing doing.
Right.
Complete whiff there as they continue to try and make this hold. Everyone is now back on the defender side for Experiment. So another solid play. And we are currently at just about 40 seconds away from the time that they have to beat to take this last cap. So not too long to go. Great
They better
hold.
pick up the pace. And they need an answer from Mendo in tank form too, because yes, they're running a Tracer. The thing is, you're going to need that ultimate to be able to one-shot him. And as long as he's protected by Toxican, it's going to be relatively hard to really kind of penetrate the defenses. And just as I say that, Flippy rounds the corner. Deadeye's going off left to right. This time out of Nico. He's going to get 1 on a 2. No, Evo and Icefeld both sides. And he's going to get Fadeless down. There's no revive. And Mendo, that should be the game.
They got 15 seconds to make it happen, but they're going to get there in time.
Yeah, Graviton Surge being used, but it's only Toxican that can actually do the damage. Ruster actually, though, was there as well. They managed to hold on just between Azaya and Orion Heart. Melty's aggression being turned against them, and there's no time left. It's Experiment to take the second map. The elation on their faces as well, as Melty realized they squandered far too many opportunities. They had such a margin, guys, and they lost it all. That what is that?
What was that?
Whose face
That was
that?
my face. What are you doing in that production room?
I'm waiting for the spinning newspaper sound.
So if he's
Like the old
Australian,
TV
if
shows.
he's Australian and they spin any of our faces, they have to go the other way now.
Right.
That's
Because
right.
everyone knows